Please welcome your 2026 Houston Texans.
Kaimi Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Kenneth Gainwell now to return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And they're brought out by the league's elder statesman. Drafted back in 2005, now in his 40s and still going strong. Aaron Rodgers.
I think it's safe to say, Kate, Aaron Rodgers may be one of the most polarizing figures in the NFL, but there is nobody that will question his ability to spin a football different than everybody else. Just ask his receivers, tight ends, running backs, anybody that's ever played with him. He elevates their game, and he often elevates his own game to an MVP kind of level.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Play action here with Rodgers. The Texans closing in, and they get to him. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends them backwards ahead of third down.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on third down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line, third down. Third and long for him here. This finds its target. That's Metcalf. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Well, third and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Austin's there to haul it in. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there, second down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Into the hands of Pat Freiermuth. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
So it'll be another first and 10 for him, Brock, down at the opposing 37. Off play action, here's Rodgers. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. So his first blemish, Brock, after that perfect 4-for-4 start. And wouldn't expect one incompletion, though, to stop him from leaning on him this opening drive.
No, I don't think so. And I think more than anything, you see the defense kind of ball can hit the ground on this side.
They'll throw again. Rodgers. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. All right, partner, testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Again, Rodgers. Finds him over the middle. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Boswell able to knock it through. And they get 3 on their first series. Hope to build on that in the drives ahead.
Anytime you go on the road and you can put points on the board on your opening drive, job well done.
Now Boswell on to send this away. On the return, it's Jalen Noel. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading them out, our 2023 Offensive Rookie of the Year. Now in his 3rd season out of Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
It didn't take long for C.J. Stroud to make an immediate impact into the NFL, and it didn't take long for me, Kate, to form an opinion that this guy is just different. He just processes the game quicker. Remember talking to Ryan Day on the practice field in Columbus, watching him in college, and he just alluded to that as well. It's the anticipation. It is knowing where everybody is and getting that ball out before any receiver will even break on a route. CJ was unique in that way, and that skill set has been a big part of his success.
First give on the ground, it's Woody Marks. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing 3rd down to begin this ballgame.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And they send a man in motion. Stroud looking to throw, 3rd and 2. That's caught, this is Kirk. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That one gains 7. And it'll be a first down, Texans.
First down. First and 10.
Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
We'll cobble together a yard there. Kyle Duggar holding him down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
And that's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Just 3-0 is our score. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Welcome back. We'll begin the second quarter with the Texans in possession. They're looking down to 2nd and 9. From the gun, Marks gets it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 9 yards.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Off the play action, here's Stroud. He finds Stover. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
On 2nd down, Marks. He's still going at the 30. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master. Seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
Stroud to throw on first down. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. And the Steelers get to it. The 50! He's at the 30! The 10! And Pittsburgh's going to take this back for the touchdown. The Steelers grow their lead off the turnover. No one else you'd rather have scooping up that loose football. Somebody who could do some damage with it on a return.
Yeah, some poor fortune right there offensively. There was nobody there to, number one, make the recovery, or number two, make a solid tackle on that speedster. Once he got the return going, that fumble was headed all the way home.
Chris Boswell for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers make it a 10-point ball game.
10, Texans nothing.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Here's Tremon Smith with the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now we'll see the Houston offense for their second drive of the contest. They now trail by double digits after that last score, Brock. It's 10-0 partway through here. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Stroud. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
2nd and 10, still at the 28. From the gun, Stroud. Finds the in route, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So 1st down from the 41. Stroud off of play action. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. To the air, Stroud. They'll set up the screen here for Marks. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding offense.
So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. So it'll be 2nd and long upcoming on the other side of this 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Shotgun now for Stroud. Has a man downfield. It's Collins. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
This connects with Schultz. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 14
They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. A nice gain and a 1st down there, Brock, on a throw that most quarterbacks would have shied away from.
You know, tight ends, these guys, about the only position that can make that look routine, fending off a couple defenders, and it's really why, Kate, they're such valuable commodities.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Hits him on the in route. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Running the toss here to Marks. Wow, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Stroud. Escapes the pocket. And he's going to get down safely. Picked up close to 6. Nice call on his part there, but it does leave them now with a 3rd down. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Play number 9 of the drive. This is going to be 3rd and 5 to go. Stroud. Completed to his running back. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Needing 10 yards now as they line up at 2nd and goal. Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. Stroud from the pistol. He brings it in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans get their first points of this game just before halftime. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, it's such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. Yeah. That's well done.
Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans cut it to a field goal game.
Texans 7.
Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half. To the air on 1st down. Rodgers. That's caught by Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Has him on the quick hitter. All right, whistles. They've got a timeout. 7 seconds to go in this half.
Gain of 3 yards.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First and 10 now from the 46. He's back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. So a field goal game at the half. A good one so far. 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Excellent work as always, Scott. Love that halftime report. Just a field goal game for us here as we start quarter number 3. Now Boswell on to send this away. Noel to return this. And this drive will start inside the 25. So as we get set to begin the third quarter, it's the Texans offense who's going to be out there first. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Texans to the line, first and 10. They'll start this drive with Marks. And it looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7. That one's incomplete over the middle.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. Third and long. They're going to throw. That's caught for the first. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
And the Texans, first down. First and 10 at the
I may love watching a great
line.
thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On play action, here's Stroud. Throw left side, caught by Higgins. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Down to the 10. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take the lead right away in half number 2. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
Fairbairn now for the PAT.
For the extra point.
Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans take a 4-point lead.
14. Steelers 10.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff.
For Houston.
On the return, here's Gainwell. This makes it up to the 25.
The Steelers take over
Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. They find themselves trailing after the opening drive touchdown, and heck, it really set up to be an entertaining second half if they're able to answer here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Jalen Warren. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, here's Rodgers. This is Metcalf working that right side. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
The defenders, they were ready for that throw, stopping him right at the line of scrimmage.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They'll throw 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. A big 34-yard pickup there. And the Steelers have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
First down, here's Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. It's 3 sacks for the game so far, brings up 2nd down.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Jalen Moore on the intended target. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion because now you're staring at 3rd and extra long, and that's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was looking DK Metcalf's way there. And that brings up 4th and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
And as this hits and heads out, we wait for the mark, but it should be right on the 20. The Texans sending their offense, and Woody Marks out there. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. First down throw by Stroud. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That one goes for 31 yards. And it'll be first down, Houston.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Let's see, first it was a pass, now it's a great gain on the ground. They've got this defense on their heels.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Stroud throwing here on first. Quick slant here to Kirk. And they take him down right along the 30. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Texans in possession of it, needing to preserve that lead over one final quarter. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun now for Stroud. Completed over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
It sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. Now a give to Marks. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. And it's not just your quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Running back sent in motion. From the gun, Stroud. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was trying to find Christian Kirk there. And that brings up 3rd and goal. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a 4th down.
Kaimi Fairbairn on now as we see how he handles this moment. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Tracking for it, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Johnson now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
All set to go now from the 35. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Here's Rodgers. He puts some juice on it deep. He's got it deep downfield. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
A gain of 30. First down, Pittsburgh.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Steelers down by 7. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Blitz coming for Rodgers. Just like the last play, Metcalf has it. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. Setting up to pass. And he has the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers cut it to a point late in this one.
Steelers.
So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. No to return this. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Texans and C.J. Stroud all set to go for their next drive. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Up the middle, it's Marks. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And it'll be a first down, Texans.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Here he is to throw. Caught by Collins on the slant. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Complete to Nico Collins. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
2nd and 6 coming up here. He'll look to throw it. Finds him over the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
In quite the time crunch here, Brock, but still 2 timeouts to burn. It's first down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Into the hands of Schultz. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
7-yard pickup.
Houston calls it second timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Second and 3 now. Now a give. It's Marks headed right. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range. Final timeout called by the Texans. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Seventh play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. Now to throw. Has it left side, Brock, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. I'm going to say he brought it in out of bounds, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet.
Now hang on, they want to take another look at this play, and a very important call coming up late in this game. Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens because you've got to make that transition from college where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
So upon further review and a consultation from Game Day Central, the call overturned. The Steelers calling their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Kaimi Fairbairn on now as we see how he handles this moment. He was good on his first kick. Gonna need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. It has enough leg, and it's good from deep. And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute.
That kick was a heck of a distance, but with the adrenaline that you know he had flowing through him in that moment, it helped give him all the drive he needed to send the game winner through.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And it goes for a touchback, so time enough for 1, maybe 2 final plays here.
At their own 35-yard line.
Play fake. Here's Rodgers. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
This is for the ball game. Oh, what a play! He pulls in the Hail Mary and wins this game!
Touchdown!
For students of this incredible game, Brock, they'll know just how incredible a finish we all just witnessed. Very rarely does a game end on a walk-off touchdown, and even rarer does it happen on that type of home run play.
Yeah, these fans, they came here hoping for a good game, and they got a great one. They were all just treated to what you and I were treated to, one of the most memorable finishes we've ever called.
So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.